I'm Shirakawa from ohe.horseline. Thank you for having me again today.
Thank you. The wind is really making the curtains sway.
Oh, well, we're here in Shizunai today, as you can see, but I have to say, it's actually quite hot at the moment.
I came here thinking Shizunai would be cool, but it's actually incredibly hot.
Well, this year, yeah, the weather's been strange, or rather, the temperature has.
What are we talking about today?
What was it again?
It's about the current mismatch caused by the work style reforms.
Ah, right. That's right. Those work style reforms are currently affecting every industry and every type of job. In particular, the ones getting the most attention are the transport and construction industries. But in reality, these reforms are also moving forward at horse farms and training centers. Legally speaking, jobs in primary industries didn't really have a concept of set working hours in the past. But in recent years, with the work style reforms and laws becoming much stricter.
I see.
Yes, in this environment, we can't just stop our operations as we don't want to cause trouble for our clients. I'm not entirely sure when exactly this video will be released, but recently, even Japan Post, which is known for its reliability, has faced very strict measures, or rather significant penalties. Just because it's a relatively small industry doesn't mean we're completely safe. Suspensions of business operations or vehicle use are real possibilities. We have to keep carefully navigating the ongoing 2024 logistics problem, but laws will likely become even tougher, and we will have to adapt to those changes as well. In that context, the horse farms where we load and deliver horses are also moving forward with their own work style reforms. Because of that, farms that used to allow us to load and unload in the early morning or even in the middle of the night are now making adjustments. But can't have their staff working at those hours anymore. So now many have set times before which we can't load or unload.
Right, absolutely, certainly.
This is becoming quite common and is starting to be the standard. So for us and others in the industry, trying to align with those times often ends up making our own working hours longer.
Yes.
For example, in Rito, which is in Shiga, we might sometimes have to drop off at a nearby local farm before delivering to the Rito training center. Since time is limited and there are deadlines for delivery, the timing often just doesn't match up anymore.
So you want to unload at a certain time, but labor and staffing issues are getting in the way. So you mean you might not be able to drop them off?
Well, as each site continues to move forward with work style reforms in their respective positions, the traditional methods of transport are gradually becoming impossible, so to speak.
So you're saying the old ways of doing things no longer apply?
That's right. As I mentioned previously when we discussed the overall vision last time, the total number of places and destinations we are able to go is gradually decreasing. If a particular location is off the main route, we might unfortunately have to say, we're very sorry, but we can't transport there.
I see, yes. It seems to affect many different areas.
Yes, and because of that, some farms are now getting their own horse vans. They can't build large ones like ours, but more and more farm staff are using smaller vans to move the horses themselves.
Oh, so that means they're having to dedicate staff to that as well.
Exactly. And for us, since our time is limited, we have to increase our staff too. Even for the farms, they now have various things and responsibilities that they must handle themselves. So they are also finding that they need to hire more people. On another note, and this isn't widely known, but companies in Hokkaido generally have their horse vans built by a company in Sapporo called Trabus. However, they're also implementing work style reforms, so construction periods are getting longer. And when things take more time, productivity naturally drops. This leads to higher costs per unit, which means the price of the horse vans themselves increases. In the end, even before these reforms were introduced, they were already over capacity. It's not just the manufacturer located in Sapporo. There used to be 3 major companies, each with the capacity and expertise to build these specialized vehicles, including the well-known Tokyo Tokushu Shatai. However, the company that was based in Kyoto has since withdrawn completely from the horse van business, leaving a significant gap in the market. Now, if you want to replace an old van or acquire a brand new one, you're looking at a wait time of several years from the moment you place your order until the van is actually delivered. The entire industry, as a result, is struggling just to maintain the number of vans they currently have in operation, and it has become increasingly difficult to keep up with demand.
I see.
So we want to increase staff and we want more vans, which would help improve things overall. But the manufacturers are also currently facing a significant mismatch due to recent work style reforms that have been implemented. I suppose you could say that at this point, supply simply isn't keeping up with the growing demand, and this is causing challenges for everyone involved.
Building a horse van, you showed me a while back. It's such a highly specialized skill, isn't it?
It really is. Even for our company, I've been traveling around to various places, talking to different companies that build specialized vehicles to see if they could build horse vans for us. But everyone feels that horse vans are quite unique, especially since the cargo consists of such valuable thoroughbreds. Since it would be a problem if it became a warranty issue, they just can't touch it. That's pretty much the consensus, or rather, that's what it comes down to as the reason they can't do it. There's the issue with the horses, but fundamentally there are these general, what do you call them, flatbeds, those trucks where you can actually see the cargo being transported.
Oh, like a truck. Right.
With those, they're easier to build, but as they get larger, horse vans have side walls and a roof, right? It's the same for general buses, but they actually twist while they're driving.
They twist?
Yes.
The body does.
You can't tell just by looking, but twisting does occur. So we have to figure out how to manage the strength there, because if you reinforce one area, it might cause distortion in another, or rather,
the stress shifts and that part fails.
we have to carefully consider the overall balance. It's not just a matter of simply using strong materials for everything. We also have to think about how to effectively dissipate that twisting force.
So, those currently affected are the ranchers, the transport industry, and the horse van manufacturers.
Regarding horse van companies, that's the gist of it, but also the dealers, specifically the ones who handle the vehicle inspections.
Oh, I see.
Companies like Hino or Isuzu, for instance, are also moving forward with work style reforms. In the past, they might have worked overtime until late at night, but they can't do that anymore. So the lead times are getting longer, and longer lead times per vehicle mean they're not just doing our work. They handle trucks from many different companies. If all lead times increase, it means the number of vehicles they can process decreases. We're even starting to hear things like, oh, sorry, we can't do the inspection. Because of that, we're currently looking for new, reliable places to handle those tasks for us.
Large vehicles have to be inspected once a year, don't they?
That's right. And it's the same for regular passenger cars. Dealers are implementing work style reforms. So in urban areas, you might have to wait 2 or 3 months for an inspection, or you have to book way in advance. Even minor maintenance can't be done right away. These situations are becoming more common. It's affecting all sorts of industries and professions. While it's not about horses, what's really impacting the general public, and this is quite serious, is the work style reform for medical professionals. For doctors and nurses alike, though some individuals might only know them from popular TV dramas, doctors often end up working with almost no time off at all, handling urgent emergencies, unexpected situations, and various other important duties even within their regular working hours. Well, we're already seeing things like hospitals saying, we can't take emergencies because no one's available to work, or we can't accept patients after this time. These issues are already starting to surface.
I've seen cases where ambulances have nowhere to go and have to wait for 2 or 3 hours. Is that one of those issues?
That's been happening since quite a while ago. But despite those existing and ongoing problems and challenges, the restrictions and limitations on working hours which have been put in place have, made the problem even more serious. Well, of course, we naturally have to improve and enhance the working environment for the people who are actually doing the work. That's certainly true, but since it's a period of transition, various negative side effects and unintended consequences are also appearing and becoming noticeable.
From now on, that part might be improved as it becomes more apparent.
That's right. Well, I think not just horse transport, but all businesses and industries related to horses must continue to change.
Simply put, if you can't work the same hours as before, you'd need 2 people to do the same job and shift their hours, or something like that. That's the idea, right? It feels like even though Japan already has a labor shortage, it's just going to get worse.
Yes, it's often been said that Japan has poor productivity globally, meaning the output doesn't match the hours worked. So we have to pursue efficiency. Being in the transport industry, I hear this a lot, but The government's idea is that they want to gradually eliminate small transport companies. That's one of their goals.
They want to eliminate them?
Yes, of course.
Why is that?
Well, there are poor working environments and also succession issues. They want to let companies that can't keep up go under or make it impossible for them to continue, and instead have larger, more efficient companies run things with a smaller number of firms. That must be their thinking.
So the side effects of that are appearing in various places.
Yes, in fact, there are companies that are going out of business because of it.
Right. So more companies are doing things like ohe.horseline, reducing the number of trips to survive.
As always, at the end of these videos, we are still actively looking for drivers, so please consider applying. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
ohe.horseline is looking for drivers. Please check the recruitment site or corporate site in the description, and if you're interested, please apply.